Hey guys, SeanB. Today we have the new update for the Abyssal Dungeon, and all of them are a little bit easier. Before the update, I could not get a twin team to work for dragons because my runes are not really that good, so I can't do enough damage on the boss to kill it fast enough. But after the update, I tried to make a quick twin team right here, and it is working flawlessly. You saw I got a new best time as well because this team is just very consistent and it is not that hard to build. Okay, maybe I say that and you guys be like, oh my god, Sean, look at your runes, what the hell are going. But I swear, okay, it is not that hard. It is doable and it is really good. It is like Tricaro because it works the same way every single time, and it will go from 43 second to maybe 48 second depending on whether Loren land the first defense break on the boss. So we have the fastest one on the team will be the light Chakram Dancer. If you don't have the light Chakram Dancer, because she was a hold up hero unit way back. So a lot of you guys who start the game like maybe 2-3 years ago will not have this unit. You can try with Shaina, but Shaina doesn't do as much damage compared to this unit, but I think it is still doable. Okay, but you will have to make some changes that I will mention later in this video when we take a look at the runes, but it is really good. As you can see, we land that and then we're going to do so much damage. Why is this possible? Because they nerfed the total HP of the boss. So the boss is now much weaker and you can deal good damage to the boss very easy. So as you can see, very fast run, 43 second. This is Tricaro runtime quality. But of course, you will need very good runes for this. So let's take a look at the rune for this team right here. First, we have the Verde, and it is important to make him fast. Okay, so about 65 bonus speed if I'm not wrong. There's a Reddit post, I'll put it in the comment section down below or the description box for the exact stat that the math nerd have figured out. I just go with what really works for me. Attack with damage and attack, trying to get some speed in there, broken rune set, and remember to have damage on fire and some crit damage in the artifact, and you're good to go. Next up, we have the Loren, who will be the defense breaker. If you can get Loren off violent, sounds like she's on some kind of drug. But if you can get Loren off violent, it's going to make the run faster because her violent proc is pretty much meaningless in the dungeon. So I have double 5 focus because we do need the accuracy for her to be minimum 65%. So we have fight rune here and an X rune, very convenient. And we have the focus rune for her to achieve the accuracy. Or maybe I can ditch the focus rune for maybe blade set and get some more accuracy in the artifact, and you should be okay. First, we have the fastest twin in the team. That's going to be Deva, who's on rage, speed, crit damage, and attack. I don't even have past 200 crit damage on this unit, and it is already doing amazing. So she's going to be moving 3 times before the boss take a turn. It is very important for her to get minimum, I think, 104 bonus speed, because with that, she can move like 3 times before the boss, and she can do a lot of damage. Next up, we have Talia. And the minimum speed will be, I think, plus 65 or plus 70. And she's on rage, attack with damage, and attack. Just as much damage as possible. Damage on fire and crit damage. And it is the same here as well. Damage on fire and crit damage. And lastly, we have Sabrina, who is on rage, attack, speed, crit damage, and attack. Because I want to get her some speed as well. She moved right after Talia. I put Talia to move first because Talia can buff attack power. So if she buff attack power and then she attack and then Sabrina team up with her, then you will team up with an attack buff Talia. If Sabrina move in front of Talia, then Sabrina will be teaming up with a non-attack buff Talia. That's why I have her moving in front of the Sabrina. They are at the same speed, but according to the turn order I set here, then Sabrina will move after Talia. And I have some accuracy here because if the Loren missed the defense break, then the Sabrina can be the secondary defense breaker. And it is so satisfying to watch this team. I have 85 crit rate on the water damage dealer because they are mainly doing damage to fire unit, but the crystal is actually not fire element. So if you can, but I don't really recommend because I want you to get most damage possible on this unit. So if you can put max crit rate on the water unit so that you can clear the trash wave even faster. But it is not really that important. The most important is the damage in the boss. If Talia use skill 2, it's going to be super fast because, I mean, not skill 2, skill 3, because that skill can do like massive amount of damage. As you can see here, the Deva have moved twice And if you have the exact speed tuning, the Verde can move again, I think. And then you will kill the boss very, very quickly. If you're going with a normal team, I think your normal team is also faster now because the boss is just much easier to kill now with this. But what if you don't have the light chakram? Let's test out the fire chakram dancer as well. So if we are using the fire chakram dancer, then this unit will need to be the fastest unit in the team so that she can attack 3 times on the boss and do the most damage. And then we will have Shaina in here and she'll be moving after Sabrina. I think the turn order between Shaina and Sabrina would not be too important because we only have 1 AoE damage in the team anyway, so it doesn't really matter whether Shaina is moving before Sabrina or not because she's gonna defense break for the Verde to kill anyway. So maybe this is gonna be okay. But I'm not exactly sure because Shaina is not very good at doing damage. Deva has a passive to allow her to do more damage on bosses thanks to the max HP scaling. But Shaina doesn't have any bonus damage passive kind of thing. So I think it's going to be a little bit shakier. But I think it is doable because Talia, if she used skill 3, it's going to be super easy. But unfortunately, Talia AI is kind of lame. She doesn't use skill 3 all the time. So Shaina only do about 6,000 per hit. I think Deva was doing like 10,000 per hit. So that was way, way stronger. But don't worry because Talia can move 3 times according to the speed tuning. So I think it is still doable. It's not shaky at all, but we saw Talia use skill 3 twice. And that is like very good RNG. As you can see right there, if Talia have to move the 3rd time, then the runtime will go above 50 seconds. But I think for some people that is still very good and not everyone has Deva. If you have the Martina, you can replace the Shaina with Martina and your team will be 100% safe because you can have a unit to steal the boss immunity. So Loren will control the boss forever. If you have Bailey, the light Sabrina, then you can use her as well. And Talia will just have to be the one moving first in the team so she can do the most damage on the boss. But if you have the other variation of the twin, or if you have Deborah, you can replace one twin with the Deborah as well. I think the Deborah will take the place of Shaina, and that will allow you to just destroy the boss even faster. So there are many different variations, but I can't show you guys because I don't have the LD 4-star unit. But this is probably the most free-to-play version of this team. Gonna be a bit slower than Deva, but still a very, very good team. And I only have 2 rage set on this team, which belong to the Talia and the Sabrina. And the Shaina is using whatever runes. The Verde can be using broken rune. And the Loren's on fight rune and focus rune. So it's not too hard to achieve, right? So very, very good team. Highly recommend you guys try building this one out. If you have a normal Dragons team running before, hey, you don't have to build this. It is not like you must build this team, right? It is just a faster team on average. I'm pretty sure, I think some whale is going to come out with some LD5 team that is like 30-second average very, very soon because the boss, I think, is way easier to kill now. I don't even have a rage build on the Shaina, and it is still killing the boss, which is very mind-blowing to me. So that is the new update to the Dragon Abyss. Let me know what is your team in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.